Hello. Welcome to Stuff You Should Know About Family Issues, where I tell you stuff you should know about family issues. I'm your host, Kaylin Wilson, and today we'll be discussing why the idea of family structure is so important to young children. This podcast is targeted towards parents and people thinking about becoming parents or are already expecting. The idea of family seems like it'd be deemed as important to everybody, and while that is mostly true, divorce in one-parent households are becoming a lot more common nowadays. According to PolitiFact.com, in 2012, they estimated that 40 to 50% of marriages end in divorce. And according to TheBalance.com, on average, a typical marriage in the U.S. that ends in divorce only lasts about 7 years. So, theoretically, if two people had a child in their first year of marriage, their child would be about 7 when they have to witness their parents split apart, which is very emotionally traumatizing to a child that age. Thankfully, my parents are still together, but majority of my friends growing up had divorced parents, and they were all actually around the age 7 when it happened. All children, of course, need the basic necessities such as food, water, shelter, and clothes, but they also need love, support, good communication, and lots of attention. They need to feel like they have a family, people they can count on, and not be afraid to share how they feel with them. It seems like common knowledge that you should be sure to have a stable relationship before bringing people into the world. But let's be real. Accidents happen, people change, situations can change. But if you're bringing a child into your life, you have to be absolutely sure that they'll grow up with a healthy family life. If the parents are not together, then it is important that they have a healthy co-parenting situation if allowed. I understand that court rulings, custody agreements, jail, prison, and absentee parents can restrict the child from having both parents present in their life, but if it is a divorce situation, then it is important that the child has a healthy amount of time with both parents. What a child witnesses and experiences at home will reflect how they treat others following into their adulthood. Parents who fight verbally and or physically in front of their children are essentially teaching them how to do those things, and the child, depending on their age, may feel as if that's normal behavior because they don't know otherwise. Children learn from observing their surroundings and often mimic what they see at home or on the television. We've all seen the videos of the kids cussing. Where do you think they get that from? Or where do you think they learn it from, I should say? Parents, friends, siblings, school. Children who reside in broken homes often end up having depression, anxiety, and other mental illnesses because of the amount of stress that they face from being in that position. And now this doesn't only apply to young children. Teenagers usually take on a lot of pressure when there's conflict between two parents, especially if they're the eldest sibling and they have younger siblings. The oldest kids want to protect their younger siblings from the reality of the situation that's going on at home, so they take on a lot of stress and make sure their siblings don't hear or see any of it. Being the oldest sibling in my family, I can firsthand say this is extremely true. I have shielded my younger sister from a lot of family drama, and the stress that comes with it is kind of insane. It is really important that if there are some marital issues happening between parents, they leave their children out of it, or talk it out away from the ears of their kids. Arguments are bound to happen because no relationship is perfect, but parents should try their absolute best to resolve the issues while making sure their kids can't hear them or are able to overhear what they're talking about. Kids are great. They make up future generations and will be our future presidents, doctors, and lawyers. It is so important that they have a strong and healthy support system at home that they can rely on and trust. Everyone wants to feel loved and cared for, even if the way you grew up or the way your parents grew up was harsh and maybe even abusive. Make the change for your children. They deserve it. Having a strong family during your childhood results in a happy child who feels loved and cared for and will grow up knowing that they have a wonderful support system that has their back. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed what you've heard here today and are able to take away something from this podcast. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.